one of the best things that you can do for your body is exercise. And here to discuss more from Adapt-2-It, we welcome Leslie Gabola.
Thank you.
Hello.
Thank you.
Thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
It looks like you've brought a little friend with you.
I have. I've brought my pedal exerciser, my stepper.
Why don't we just jump in? Show us,
Sure.
Demonstrate that.
Sure,
Because it looks
absolutely.
really intriguing.
Absolutely.
And it might be something I want to give a try to.
Absolutely. Comes with a remote, which is something,
Fabulous.
everybody
Okay,
loves.
okay.
So you can do it basically anywhere. So you can put it down in front of your desk. So basically you just put your feet here, and then it does the work for you. So for somebody that's maybe a little bit weaker, that's had an issue, maybe has weakness on one side, it's a great idea. And the advantage with this is that it has a speed control, so you can make it faster and you can change the modes in it. So it has an automatic program set for 20 minutes.
Okay.
So it's really nice. So you don't even really have to think about it, yet you're moving.
Right.
So it activates your ankles, knees, and hips. And the farther you place it in front of you, the more it activates your hips.
Okay.
So
that's a
it
good
doesn't
point.
look like it's doing anything, but it is. And it feels really good to, move, especially if you're used to not moving. And it just puts you in the mindset for exercise and getting up and, moving and getting off the couch and things like that. So it is really a beneficial item. It's set on a low speed right now. And
it seems to be, that speed actually seems to be pretty fast.
And it's programmed automatically with the program, so it will stop at a certain point and then pause for a moment and then go backwards.
Oh, okay. And is that all during that 20-minute segment?
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly. And so you don't, again, even have to think about it. But the benefit, I don't know if you've heard about the benefits of walking backwards.
I touched points, so fill us in.
And again, what that does, it activates both sets of muscles. So you have flexors on one side and you have extensors on the others. So one that makes you bend and one that makes you extend. And so it activates both sets of muscles at the same time and really promotes a good circulation and good lymphatic movement and a great sense of well-being. So it's really effective on hills to do backwards walking.
Yes.
It's a little bit difficult, but it's fun, challenging, but it's very beneficial. And so this mimics that in a small way.
Okay.
And
then when the resistance increases, does it also go backwards?
yes, yes. And so it can be a little bit harder and then backwards as well.
Okay. So depending on your strength and flexibility, you can go easy, hard, depending on how much sleep you've had or what you're feeling that day. Okay.
Exactly. And then if you want it a little bit easier, pulling it a little bit closer to you would just really do the ankles and the feet and not your knees.
And then so when it's closer to you, does that promote more lymphatic drainage, or does it matter what the distance is?
I think it promotes lymphatic drainage no matter where it is.
No matter where, okay.
And that's from the very action of the foot going up and down.
Interesting.
We always, when we give compression stockings, we always recommend that people do the point and the bringing their feet up at least 10 times a day. So 100 of these with your ankles a day.
Interesting.
And so this will help with that.
Okay.
And allow you to meet that goal.
Is that lymphatic drainage then, by doing that specific movement, does that affect the rest of the body in terms of drainage, or is it just in the lower
It does,
area?
Because what it does, it activates one pump, which activates another, which activates another, which activates another.
Okay, so it's a chain reaction.
Exactly. You've got them from your feet up to about your neck. So,
Right.
It does activate everything.
Right, wonderful. Discuss some of the other benefits of movements. We've talked about the lymphatic drainage, which helps with the swelling, keeping muscles strong, enhances overall vitality. What are some other reasons why we're really wanting to promote movement?
Well, when you move, you're activating your body. So you're activating both sets of muscles. You have a front side and a back side of muscles. And one is the flexors, which bend you, and one is the extenders, which extend you. And these have to be in balance to promote balance, to prevent falls, to
Very good
encourage
point.
our natural reflexes, our protective reflexes. And I always tell people it's really important for movement and exercise and those reflexes to be intact, because if we go to trip, our first inclination is to put our arm out.
Right.
That is a protective reflex to protect our head and our face. And so if you're not used to moving, perhaps crossing midline or moving much, you're going to delete those protective extension reflexes.
Well, and possibly create another injury, right? Like
Exactly.
perhaps a broken wrist or
Exactly.
something
Exactly.
a little more serious can happen. And also, don't you agree that exercise really promotes just sort of this overall well-being?
Oh, yes. Yes,
its
the
entirety.
release of endorphins,
Cognitive function.
Cognitive function, exactly. All that good stuff.
Right,
yeah.
right.
And then if you start out perhaps in the beginning of the day, when you exercise in the beginning of the day, take a little walk or do something active, it sets you up for a really successful day. You're going to
Absolutely.
want to eat better.
Right.
You're going to want to drink your water. You're going to want to take care of yourself. And so
Change in the mindset early on.
absolutely, absolutely.
Yeah, I know. I always love getting the exercise out of the way, 6 a.m. workout, and that way you just feel energized, charged. The thinking capabilities are much more clear.
Clear, absolutely.
They're not quite as cloudy.
That clarity is very important for going through the day.
It's very important, yes.
Absolutely.
Now, also tell our viewers about what is the importance of actually elevating your feet?
Well, again, it's the same concept of moving, of walking. It's getting that lymph fluid that's maybe stuck in the ankles, stuck in the feet, and moving it up through the body. And everybody knows when you have swollen ankles, your legs feel achy, tired, heavy. And so getting all that fluid moving around is super important.
Right, right. I
And
know.
we have lift chairs actually that recline you with your feet above your heart. So they have a tilting mechanism that tilt you back. And
Okay.
so they're great for digestion, respiration, fluid movement, those types of things.
And you offer those chairs through your stores?
We do. And we're actually having a sale for Labor Day. We're actually going to be open. And so I just want to let everybody know we're going to be open, and we have $100 off. So if you come in and you say that you saw me on TV, we'll give you $100 off on a lift chair.
Oh, fantastic. What are your hours of the store over
We'll
the
be
holiday?
open at 9 and then close at 5:30.
Okay, great. Well, I might come in and try that out. Okay, what else can you tell us about this little machine? You know what, I'd love one of these for my long international flights.
Yes.
Do they have one small enough that I can put in front of the seat in front of me?
They have it's not automatic because you don't plug it in, but they have a manual one.
A manual, yeah.
And that folds up, so you could put it in a carry-on.
That's great. That's great. And so folks can come down and they can try out the different machines. They can try this out. They can try out the lift chair, see if it's a
Exactly.
good fit for them.
Exactly.
And do you have different models of this, or is
This
it
is
just
the only
one?
model that
That's
we
the only
have,
one.
but it's been really successful. It does so much. It has 3 different speeds that you can set, 3 different modes. So as you progress through your exercise regime and get better, you can make it harder and faster. So
You
it's
can.
easier.
You can. So you can add
Yes.
some resistance to that.
Absolutely.
And can you take it off of the machine assist altogether?
Unfortunately, it is a machine assist. So
Okay.
maybe made for people that are a little bit more needing some extra help.
Okay, okay. Well, for those people that have possibly just moved to the village or somebody who's new like myself, tell me just a little bit more about Adapt-2-It.
Well, we've been in business for 22 years.
Okay.
And it's been a wild ride. We are basically a medical supply store, but we do so much more. So we do home evals, we rent equipment, We frequently go into the homes and evaluate the homes. So whatever the person needs, we adjust and provide. So we've done everything from making a special bathroom lift and transfer system in Ojai to providing ramps and access into the home to providing customized items and wheelchairs and stockings and such.
Wow, well, I'm sure those wonderful residents really appreciate all your services. Leslie, thank you for the demonstration and for coming by today. Appreciate it. It was very nice meeting you. You're watching This Day.